Ready for the Goldwing Xtreme? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Anonymous Biker USA. First time here? Hit that thumbs up, consider subscribing. Here we are on the 2021 Honda Goldwing DCT. This bike and these videos have caused more comments than I could have imagined. So what I wanted to do is talk about the Goldwing that basically you and me created. And we're going to call it the Honda Goldwing Xtreme. So we're going to take aspects of the SE version that I made in the last video, and we're going to combine it with some excellent comments we got from you. And let's build the perfect touring bagger. Now in the last SE version I said let's make some bigger saddlebags, larger fuel tank, a TFT touchscreen that has more compatibility with Apple and Android CarPlay, more seamless, and much more intuitive to the touch. Swipe left, swipe right, up and down. A smoked windshield, a better seat like a collab with Saddlemen that not only heated but heat and cold would be awesome, and some floorboards. But let's look and add all the things that you guys had in the comments and see how this extreme Goldwing turns out. Things I thought in the comments was power mirrors. How would you guys like adjustable power mirrors on the new Goldwing Xtreme? Something you're interested in? Or no, not really? Now before we go too far, what brought all these topics about was the release of the Harley-Davidson CVO ST Road Glide. That is a turnkey motorcycle that comes in around $43,000 with all the offerings. The Indian Elite Pursuit, similar, comes in around $35,000, and the BMW K1600 GTL with the premium package comes in around $34,000. Now the Honda Tour Airbag DCT comes in at $33,000. So if we're going to build this Xtreme, keep in mind the competitors' pricing and the pricing for the already loaded Tour Airbag DCT. One of the biggest comments was upgrading the performance. Now the base performance on the Honda Goldwing is 124.7 horsepower and 125 torque. So let's say we took the Xtreme and gave it 165 horsepower and 150 foot-pound of torque. How you like that? That's getting closer to where the BMW is with their 160 horsepower on the K-Bike series. Not quite sure what their torque is, but with 150 foot-pound on the Xtreme, it'd be safe to say it's top end of the market. And how about while we're at it, Honda, just throw in the $250 belly plate for reasons like this. Speed bumps. We do not need to rip the engine casings on this bike when it's a simple fix of adding the belly plate. Make that part of the Xtreme.
So, some of the other things we talked about were larger saddlebags, right? Keep the lines of the bike. Maybe we can make some kind of hinge pop out so it expands when you need it, contracts when you don't. Honda's got a lot of smart engineers. Not sure how they would do that. But how about a detachable trunk? I know you can buy them aftermarket, but this is the Xtreme turnkey, right? How about we do a detachable tour pack? That would be awesome. How about it come with highway pegs? Super simple add-on. The SE was coming with floorboards. Everybody seemed to like that. Now, one of the other things you guys mentioned, not a bad idea. Some people love how this sounds, some people hate it. But what if we had on the Xtreme, what if we had an upgraded exhaust that had a different note, a little gurglier tune? How would you feel about that? Would you guys like that? And this would be the lockable cubby somewhere in here along with the airbag. Not exactly sure where you would put it, but I'm sure you could figure it out. So let's get with this TFT. And I found out today that stands for thin film transistor. somehow where it's touchscreen, swipe left, swipe right, especially with a glove, would be awesome. And you can keep the analog, but let's make that integrated and a lot more intuitive to use. The seat, heat and cold, like we said. A lot of you had said, let's make a better stereo. So I think the Tour version comes with 55 watt. Let's enhance that and add in much more power, much more sound. Now, do we put speakers back here somewhere? I don't know. That's up to you. Would you have that in the Goldwing Xtreme? Personally, for me, I don't care about that because I'll listen to music in my helmet or not at all, which is most of the time. Now, with the enhanced horsepower and torque, we're going to need beefier brakes. So how about an upgraded Brembo brake package on the Xtreme? And then with that, how about some premium wheels? Some kind of specialty wheels that come on the Xtreme. I don't know what they would look like. And then we put a more high performance tire on as well. Who's with that? And then, since we're at it, why don't we go with a one-off custom special paint? What would you guys do on the Goldwing Xtreme for paint choice? Say they offered 3 different paint schemes. What would be your pick? Special paint for the 50th anniversary Goldwing Xtreme. So now we're talking about the Goldwing Tour with airbag, creme de la creme version, and we just added power mirrors, better TFT, more horsepower, more torque, premium wheels, better brakes, high performance tires, detachable trunk, heating and cooling seat, larger bags. Whew, sounds pretty awesome. Lockable console. What else can it have? All of your ideas are creating the 50th anniversary Goldwing Xtreme. And how about the upgrade to the 7-gallon fuel tank? Now I know somebody made a comment in there about miles per gallon versus range. Fair enough, but a 7-gallon fuel tank would be nice. Now yes, that would add weight, but we have more horsepower and more torque. In line with the BMW K1600 GTL. So now with all of these additions on the Goldwing Xtreme, what are you willing to pay for it? What do you think Honda would charge? And what do you think would be a fair price? And would you get one? And here's the kicker. Should they offer the 50th anniversary Elite in a limited edition run of X amount? And you're like, wait a minute, do that and it's going to drive the price way up. Well, maybe it would. And if it did, are you willing to pay that? Because according to all the comments that you all made, adding all the things we just talked about on top of the Tour version, on top of the SE version that I made up, we have the ultimate grand touring machine. Comfort, luxury, power, speed, handling, reliability, maneuvering, cornering. I mean, you name it. Somebody made a comment about better suspension. This wishbone suspension is pretty darn good. And if you have electronic adjustable suspension, I don't know, I think that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, you do have it on that other version, but let's put the windscreen up. Power mirrors, what do we think? Would we change anything in here? Would this become more streamlined and maybe make it a little more intuitive, less buttons, just a joystick? And then maybe you could fit the lockable console here? I don't know. Because everything can be done from the handlebars. Honda engineers are pretty smart. So let's share this video out and keep it going, because I found that a lot of manufacturers do watch this and they secretly do take ideas and feedback, and sometimes they even email you or direct message you on Instagram and ask you some questions. So maybe we all can create the Goldwing Xtreme at a reasonable price. And you don't have to buy it. You can still have the base version, right? I'm just giving you guys what you all wanted in the comments. Alright, so let's get on out of here. And now let's talk about the price for our Make-Believe Extreme. What are we gonna charge? What is Honda gonna charge? Now let's look at the competitors. Quote quote, BMW GTL premium package. It's gonna come in around 35, less tax tags and title. Harley CVO ST Road Glide 43, plus tax tags and title. Indian Pursuit Elite 35, tax tags and title, right? Now this Elite, now this Extreme would have better numbers than the Elite Pursuit, and to be close on the BMW with the horsepower and torque, and the Harley, it would be better horsepower and torque on the Extreme as well. So you think a fair price for that is $42,500? A little under the a little under the CVO ST, a little more than the Elite Pursuit and the Beamer, and then you say, wow, I could just go buy the Beamer and get the horsepower and torque for a lot less. Maybe so, but you're not getting all those other extras that we added. Although the GTL Performance Package does give you quite a lot. You'd have to really dig in and look at that to see, is it worth it for you to sign up and get one of those 50th anniversary Goldwing Xtremes. So I'm really curious to hear these comments, because we just built a bike out of my ideas and all your comments. So participation is appreciated. Whoa, that was a big side blast of wind. So sound off, let me know what you think. Let me know if you would add anything, detract anything. Let me know what you think the price should be, what Honda would charge, and what you would be willing to pay. So 3 numbers. I think Honda would probably price that right under the Harley, $42,500. I have to really look at that to see if it's worth it. But I mean, it really, you talk about turnkey. That would be a pretty spectacular offering. So if you're paying $33,000 now for the Tour DCT airbag, which has a lot of great stuff, you're looking at adding what, $9,500 for all those other upgrades? What say you in the comments below? So coming up to the red light signals the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget,